But speaking of Russian, John, what do you think of Russians? Just randomly, do you have some impression?
Randomly.
He has experienced Kazakh people,
Yeah, I
man.
have experienced Kazakh. I've been to Kazakhstan. I have a very good friend, uh, Kazakh. So I went for his wedding. It was a wonderful and amazing journey. So many great memories. I really, really enjoy the atmosphere and
Yeah.
the kindness of the people of Kazakhstan. Uh, I believe Kazakhstan is the neighbor country
Yeah.
to Russia. They do speak Russians as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
Most
never been to Russia, so but I have Russians friends like you, right?
like
Very friendly people. I think so. Friendly people. I don't have much of I don't know
yeah, knowledge about
knowledge
us. Yeah,
about
but
yeah.
Tarik has. Tarik, you should
What do you
yeah.
think about
Russia. Yeah.
Russians?
Oh,
Let me know.
Russians, they're the best. That's all I can say. They're just the best.
They're racist, man. Yeah. Speaking of this, yeah. Tell the story, man. Tell this, like,
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, basically, right? Um, I've been studying languages from mostly the East. So yeah, like Chinese, Japanese, and when I wanted to learn something a little less Eastern, like something more closer to my culture, so like going west, I stopped on Russia. And while in that process, there were some other stops before that. But anyway, when when I was like trying to figure out about, oh, should I learn Russian? I came across this common phrase, oh, Russians are racist, Are Russians racist? Like black people who are learning Russian, like, oh, be careful, like always. It was like everywhere. And then yeah, I just started to think it, like, because I just kept hearing it, or it was like a common video question. So I just had that like in my subconscious that Russians could be racist. And then as I did more research, I found out, that like Russians never were in the transatlantic slave trade. They were never involved in that. So historically, they have no like white supremacy kind of like,
Background like
yeah.
that.
So when I went to Russia myself, and I just, I got my experience there. Yeah, I didn't feel the same even as I feel in America, where I feel like my guard is up all the time, like
Yeah,
I'm checking out everybody, observing, paying attention, because
yeah,
there are some, like, yeah, you don't know for sure, there's some like small, what they call it
yeah.
microaggressions, like those are kind of real stuff,
I never heard of that shit,
Right.
man.
it's
Like,
Microaggression.
yeah, it's not so strong that you feel offended. Like I don't get offended by it, but it's just like a sign for me. It's like, oh, this kind of person. All right, all right.
Just enough to tell you like,
yeah, yeah,
hey.
yeah. Be careful,
Yeah,
man. Be careful. It's
yeah. Like,
coming.
but I didn't feel any of that in Russia at all. Like
How
the
long
whole
how
time.
long you been how long you've been there
I
in
was there for
Russia?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Literally, last year this time, we were
yeah,
here
yeah. I was in Russia
slept
last year.
tonight.
Really?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
Oh,
It's a great.
that was a funny day.
Yeah, so yeah, we celebrated my birthday in
Mhm.
St. Petersburg.
Mm.
It was yeah, like
It was
damn,
amazing.
chaotic, man. That was chaotic. We didn't know it was gonna end up like that at
Oh
6
shit.
p.m. And then 11, I was like, already, like, happy
Ah.
birthday, dude. So it was like, yeah. But speaking of cultures, and I think that we are pretty similar, surprisingly. Tarek been talking about it. Me, I also realized that actually, yeah, we are super like in this, I don't know, not in the business side or institution
Mhm.
structure, but just like how people live, what we think, and we are super close with Americans. Surprisingly, how we understand each other. it's every time it's a pleasure to talk. There's no
Yeah.
misunderstandings. It's
there's
like
no
even
gaps and stuff. Yeah.
exactly, and it's even if I don't speak the language, right, English, they would be like prone to talk to me. Like basically using hand side or something. Because I had this experience in China. I met a random guy on the bus, a friend of mine, Sam.
Mm.
And at that day, I just turned like get off the bus at the same bus stop, and I was walking, in front.
Mm.
I just turned back, looked at him, and said, "Yo, man, I have seen you before. We've met before." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, we have met each other." I was like, "Yeah, probably in another life. Let's
In
go.
another life.
Yeah, let's go and drink, man." I was like, "Yeah, go." And even though I was struggling with English, but I can understand him. It was very, pleasurable experience to me that I have never had in China. It's
That's
just
good.
my subjective experience for all of you audience. My subjective experience again. It's gotta put a
That's good.
disclaimer.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's just every time. Even professor, a friend of mine, said that Americans are the most friendly people, that he has met. So that's probably
awesome.
your guys' trait,
Yeah,
That's really
that
awesome.
it feels
you
good.
don't-
It feels good.
You don't need to keep your guard up
Yeah.
anymore. Right? Just drop it.
He's in America, man.
Drop
He's
it,
in
drop it.
America. Yeah. He has to, man. It's like it works when you're outside of the country.
Okay, it doesn't
Yeah.
work in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not a ton.
Yeah.